We good? Let's see if I can get it to stay in place. Beautiful. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. We are in the 7th Beatitude out of 9, looks like. 7 out of 9. So, almost finishing up here. Today's is a challenging one. I mean, they've all been challenging. I mean, how many of you, I feel this every time I read the Beatitudes. Every time I get down, get into studying them, I just think to myself, these are not who I am. I got a long way to go. But if it weren't for the grace of God in my life, you know what I mean? So here we go. We're looking at verse 9, Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. A little context, a little history before we get into a little bit more word study. Actually, you know what? Let me open with a story. I got a story in mind. Me and my aunt, she lives in the Central Valley. We can just butt heads, man. Like, all the time. And I would like to say on record that she can be aggressive and loud. But if we're honest, I could be a little bit of a instigator. You know what I mean? Like I constantly, like holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, it's like I want to pick a fight. I think I remember a few years back, I don't even care. I think it was 2016. First election with, is that the first election? No. Yeah, Donald Trump. That was the first time he won. Man, it's already been a decade. Holy moly, here we are. I thought it was 2012, but I was like, wait, what year is it? Anyway, 2016, Christmas, the year after he'd already been elected. He was already in office for like 6 or 7 months or whatever, 8 months. And I just started bringing up Donald Trump. And I don't even care what she is. I don't care if she's a Republican or a Democrat. And I don't even know what I am. You know, I'm 2016, 10 years ago, I was 20 years old. It's like, who knows what I'm doing, you know? I'm just saying stuff. I'm just saying all sorts of comments, good and bad, about him. I'm just trying to get her freaking riled up. And I did. And then we had this like massive fight. And I left the room. And my brother came in there. My brother came in the room. My older brother. And he was like, dude, you're a mess. Like, you keep picking fights with Aunt Becky. You gotta stop doing that. And so when I read this passage, blessed are the peacemakers, for they'll be called children of God, sons of God. I'm like, man, I am not by nature a peacemaker. By nature, I like conflict. By nature, I like to know I like to be right, and I like to know who is right. Right? Like, that's my nature. And so, and those aren't necessarily mutually exclusive, but there's a proper way to go about things, right? And so I tend to have maybe the more immature side where it's, you know, sparking aggressive, elevated conversations. Now, here's what Jesus is saying. Blessed are the peacemakers. Peacemakers, well, first, let's start with the second half, children of God. So if you were going to be called the child of God, especially in the context of the listener, it's all about heritage. It's, are you a son of the 12 tribes of Judah, right? Are 12 tribes of Israel? Are you, tribe of Benjamin, tribe of Judah, tribe of Dan, like you name it. Are you one of the 12 in that family line? And if you are, then you are a child of God. But what Jesus does is he flips it and he says there's actually a behavior. There's a type of person who's going to be called a child of God going forward. It's not just are you a part of the Israelite family. It's also now, are you someone who brings peace? Now, does this mean, and I think I've said this enough, but does this mean that like our behaviors equal our inheritance in the kingdom of God? It's like, no. Our inheritance in the kingdom of God comes directly from our believing, accepting, and following Jesus. But the word following is a really key line there. And following means that you embody these Beatitudes. merciful, peacemaker, hunger and thirst for righteousness, etc., etc. And so what Jesus is saying is, children of God and being a peacemaker are completely mutually inclusive. You cannot be a child of God and not a peacemaker. And that is not how it works. And so he's saying, and the reason why he's saying that is because he is the ultimate peacemaker. Now remember, peace in Hebrew thought, in the mind of the listener, is this word shalom. And it's more than just like not fighting and like absence of strife. It's actually more like wholeness and harmony and perfection, right? And so when he says, blessed are the peacemakers, blessed are those who bring wholeness to situations. Blessed are those who harmonize with others. Blessed are those who are caring for the well-being of other people. Romans chapter 12, if it's possible, this is Paul speaking, if possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Live at peace with everyone, as far as it depends on you. Now, here's kind of the main point. When you are a peacemaker, when you are not anti-confrontational, not avoiding conflict, it's not that. It's when you are taking steps forward to promote wholeness, wellness, and peace in your life and your relationships. When you do that, you're a child of God. And it's not weak. It's not weak. It's love. It's like courage. All right? So, kind of the ending thought for you this morning is, who do you need to make peace with? I think if you're like anyone right now, like I feel like every single person has some type of conflict. Some type of, I mean, that's like, and you know this, is like being a human in relationships with other human beings always stirs up conflict. It literally always does. I was just talking to a friend of mine last night where I started like a little side media production thing with some friends, and some money started to get involved, like we were going to do a paid thing, and it just, a little conflict always happens. And what am I going to, who are you going to be in the middle of conflict? Are you going to be someone who is argumentative and trying to be right? Or are you going to be a peacemaker? Submit yourself, lay down your own ego for the good of the team, for the good of the family, for the good of the relationship. Be a peacemaker. Anyway, who do you need to make peace with? Love you guys. See you later.